Go!
What's going on, MMA Maniacs? It is time once again for your weekly MMA podcast called Split Decision, brought to you from the SinCal Studios. Bueller, Dodge, and Dennis ready to break you off some MMA news. No radio today, so Dennis is on camera 2.
I like that he put camera 2, though, over where he normally stands, so it kind of looks like he's still where he's supposed to be.
With me a little bit.
It is. I look over, I'm like, he's right. He's not there.
He's right there. I'm not right there. Don't look at me.
He's over there.
It's kind of awkward. And then we have camera number 3 right here.
Yeah, camera number 3. We got going Instagram Live.
If you follow Dodge the Bad Fish.
No, this is ours. This is SD MMA.
SD_MMA.
Yeah.
We're doing it live on there too for a different angle.
Yeah, why not?
You can see my haircut, my zero fade.
Yeah,
from
right
that
here.
side if you want.
Your poker face?
My poker face.
Poker.
Fades. Oh, now you got hair again.
And then I got hair again. It's amazing, right?
Goes hair to no hair to hair.
That's what a barber does for you, son. That's what a barber does.
You cheeky
Piss off,
monkey.
Ghost.
Piss off.
So here we are, ready to give you some stuff happening this week, and of course recap the fights from last week and look forward to the fights that are happening this weekend as well. Jumping off with your first story of the day.
Yeah.
Chris Leben is back in the mix.
Can you guys hear us?
Back
Can you hear
in
us?
the mix. Chris Leben is going to be fighting Phil Baroni.
This is so weird, but so awesome.
Bare knuckle boxing.
Bare knuckle
is
boxing.
back. So here's the thing. I thought it was kind of awesome that he's signing bare knuckle boxing. Chris Leben is one of those guys who, when he was in the UFC, came in swinging hard, knocking people out. He got knocked out by Anderson Silva before Anderson Silva began his reign of terror in the UFC. So I think
Was it really a
boxing
reign of terror?
Yes.
was like 17 title defenses.
But was it terror?
I think it was.
There was, dude, he made some guys look dumb.
Okay.
I think it was kind of terrorizing. Just a little bit terrorizing. The most terrorizing part of it was when his shin split in half.
Yeah, that was after the reign of terror.
That's
The end of terror.
The end of terror.
Oh, man.
Nightmare
Matt,
status.
Blake, Nick Zanella, Dutch is in the house, too.
Ooh, full house.
Everybody's in the house.
So Leben now using his best weapons that were in the cage to go to bare knuckle boxing, but this is not the bare knuckle boxing organization we spoke of before.
No, this is World Bare Knuckle Fighting Federation.
So there's a new
organization out there.
bare knuckle kid on the block.
Did you say Newt?
Newt. There's a Newt Bare Knuckle Fighting
Newt MMA
organization lizard out there. Salamander, what is it? Amphibian?
Newt Scarmander? Amphibian.
Are they amphibians?
So the fighting happens halfway in the water and halfway out. That's how they keep it bare knuckle. They keep your legs underwater so you can't kick.
How excited are you? You also got Phil Baroni, who back in the day had some pretty heavy hands.
Why wouldn't you want to see this fight? Why wouldn't you want to watch Phil Baroni, Mr. 10 and 10, go up against Chris Leben?
The best ever!
How does he not have a beef jerky line?
That's a great
Phil Baroni beef jerky.
Baroni beef jerky.
He's still doing like pro wrestling.
Beef Baroni jerky.
Still doing like pro wrestling stuff, right? With Stephen Bonner
Baroni.
out of strip clubs and stuff like that.
Is he really?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Still one of my favorite videos that you can find it on YouTube is where like Phil's like, he's in a car and they're driving the Vegas Strip and he sees some guy with his trunk open. And he like gets up behind him and he's like, I'm gonna close that guy's trunk.
God, that's right.
And he jumps out of his car and he runs around and he closes this guy's trunk, jumps back into his car, and as they take off, the guy's like, my keys were in there. It feels like, I think he said his keys are in there. Just fucking drive.
Dude, Baroni has been such a trip in the MMA world for as long as he's been in it, and him fighting Chris Leben bare knuckle, you can't not watch that.
Yeah, it's
but what we found out is that this new organization was one of the guys,
allegedly. I don't know all the quite details, but from what I was told, one of the guys / co-promoters or matchmaker or somebody that was higher up in the bare knuckle fighting championships that we've talked about on the show where Beck Rawlings fought. Decided to leave and start his own organization and take some of the big names, or at least go after some big names for
hey,
himself.
this worked. I'm gonna go do it over here now.
Yeah, make his own money, I guess. I don't know.
Pardon me while I take your business.
That's a great idea. It'd be a shame if somebody stole it.
Moving on from there, Anderson Silva recently got busted by USADA. Remember, he had...
Was it really that recent?
Let's see, when 2017? Yeah, October. His auto competition test for October.
So he's already got, what, 9 months time served?
9 months time served, yep. And then they come to find out that he had contaminated supplements. So he has accepted his 1 year suspension. So he's ready to come back November of this year.
Of course.
Because he's already almost been through it by waiting it out.
Yeah. And he's going to have a new bionic leg.
So I guess, he says he's vindicated. He goes, 9 months has been difficult, but I proved that I didn't do anything wrong. I just took supplements that happened to have something in them, and I didn't know it.
Yeah,
but you still competed with it in your system.
We've talked about this. It's somebody down in Brazil that's making their designer supplements and lying on the ingredients list on purpose. because they can produce results without having all organic ingredients because they're lying about it.
Okay. But I just don't. I mean, he honestly, this is the second one, right?
Yeah.
So it should be 18 or.
Isn't it supposed to be like 4 years?
For the second one?
Like the first one's 2 years, right? Unless you enter some sort of plea.
It's no fault of
no
his
fault,
own.
so we got a year.
That's what I'm saying. The circumstances are he literally, it can be proven because other fighters have fallen for this too. He thought he was doing the right thing by going off the list of ingredients, and whatever company this is duping their purchasers by putting actual cocaine and testosterone in that.
This isn't the
high
John
levels
Jones one.
of cocaine.
High levels.
This wasn't the John Jones one.
Do we have the story about him trying to bribe USADA?
No, that's just alleged by Colby Covington. We can get into Colby Covington in a little while.
Everybody trying to get into
His birthday was the other day.
Oh jeez.
John Jones, not
Isn't
Colby
he?
Covington.
He's trying to bring back some role. I don't know, something on Broadway, The Artful Dodger.
Maybe.
Isn't that with Covington? Right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the one right there.
The injury bug has struck once again. Volkan Ozdemir is out of his scheduled August 4th bout with Alexander Gustafsson, so that fight will not be going
Just let
on.
me fight, bro.
They're still trying to find a fighter. for
UFC
Gustafsson,
227, yeah, this
let
was
me
going
fight,
down.
bro.
UFC 227, they're
bang, bro.
trying to
Let me
find
bang.
someone to replace him.
So they're saying they still don't know if Gus is going to have a fight, but they're actively looking,
They're actively looking. That is correct.
which is nice.
Do
yeah.
you remember a time when fighters fell out of fights like they were cars with no doors? I mean, this is ridiculous.
No, but if you want to roll it back, if you roll it back to when they brought in insurance, which we all said was a good idea,
Yep.
we also said fighters are all of a sudden going to be getting injured a lot more often, and we immediately saw the results.
Oh, immediately, yeah. There was guys that was like, yep, injured my leg. I'm out. Wasn't that from a previous fight? Nope.
Well,
Training for this fight, which counts as this fight, which means you take care of it.
I rolled my ankle on the way out to
myself-
the car to go train for this fight.
I myself wasn't citing fraud.
I signed the
if that's what
contract,
you
rolled my
wanted to do, but I'm just saying, we've got a lot of people missing weight
Yeah.
and falling out of fights.
Yeah.
You know who's the number one pound for pound right now?
Who?
USADA.
And still undefeated.
California State Athletic Commission is going against Mr. Drew Dauber. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. TV's not working. Drew Dauber.
Dude, it's the whole studio.
Falling apart, man.
There it is.
There it
The
is.
Mona Lisa's falling apart.
Drew Dauber recently fought at UFC 214 in Anaheim, where he was supposed to weigh in at 155. However, he was 183.
Whoa.
That's middleweight. So the California State Athletic Commission
Missed it
said
by
that he has to
that
move
much.
up. He has to move up in weight.
That's some Mayhem Miller shit right there.
Oh, yeah. I don't even care.
I thought it was close.
Yeah, so he was 28 pounds. Well, no, he came in, but the next day, you have to remain within a certain weight. So the next day, he put on 28 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
18%.
Oh my god.
So they said that from now on, you should have to fight at the next weight up, which is welterweight instead of 155. He says he's having trouble make that weight, or having trouble, staying at that weight, especially because there's not many fights. They basically told him, if you're going to fight in California again, you're going to have to fight at 165 because you have to be within a certain amount
I just wanna
percentage.
know what kind of burrito he got to gain.
I'm telling you, that day Treyas told us. Out of a
However,
welterweight, they can pull up to 35 pounds of water.
Insane.
however, obviously, he says, there's no fights at 165. I need to fight at 155.
Go fight Invicta.
Tuck it. You gotta tuck it.
He is supposed to be fighting John Tuck later at the.
He's gonna be fighting the tuck.
He's supposed to be fighting John Tuck, a lightweight at UFC Fight Night 135 in August. However, the Nevada State Athletic Commission has not officially approved the fight yet, unless he gets basically like a doctor's exemption to fight at 155 because he was over that 18%.
I mean, he can make 155 though, so that's.
Yep. But just because they're trying to stop the extreme weight cutting.
Well, then don't.
And he says,
don't
well,
eat a fucking lead burrito.
he says, I'm a Flintstone, man. He's like, I'm a dense individual. I'm stuck in the middle. I just got to try to make better decisions.
Barney Rebel.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he looks like. So, I mean, do you think we need more weight classes? We talk about this all the time. Do we need more weight classes in the UFC?
Well, the weight class has never really made sense, has it? 170 to 185?
That's a pretty big jump. Well, 155 to 170
That doesn't make sense either.
was a big jump.
Those are two weight classes that.
And 185 to 205 was a big jump. 205 to 265 is a huge jump.
Yeah. So it's kind of odd. Yeah, I never have had an issue with him going every 10 pounds. That is always me. I mean, boxing goes what, every
5, 3,
pounds? Yeah,
3 to 5 pounds.
I'm the 183 pound champ. I'm the 185 pound champ. And they will never fight each other because those are worlds apart as far as the weight classes go.
Yeah. Computer's going crazy. Or things like so UFC 228 has its main event.
All right, let's do this.
Newly crowned Ultimate Fighter 26 finale winner, Nicco Montano, who is your what weight is that?
The flyweight?
I believe no.
Yeah.
Was it flyweight?
Yeah, the first defense of the UFC's.
Yeah, the flyweight. Excuse me, flyweight. Will be going up against the Bullet. Should be going against Shevchenko.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, this is going down September 8th.
That's cool. That should be an interesting fight.
Yeah, Shevchenko's obviously been calling her out quite a bit on social media.
Is this a weight cut for Shevchenko then?
She had dropped down to this weight. Yeah.
Okay.
So we had talked about this before, how Shevchenko had been calling her out, saying, you haven't defended your belt since you won. And she was the one saying, look, I was injured. I had this happen. Like, I'll be ready to fight at a certain time. The UFC knows about this. It's not like I'm hiding it from anybody. So everyone, and remember Ariel Helwani was kind of jumping in saying, oh, yeah, she's ducking the fight. She's ducking the fight. And she went off on him.
That's right.
Yeah. So this fight is now actually going to be happening. Again, this is going to be going down September 8th.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. I'm excited for that fight.
I'm going to jump ahead of myself here. Do you have the Cyborg news up here as well?
No.
No Cyborg news?
No.
Okay. Well, she was calling out Amanda Nunes, and she was really gunning for that fight.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she switched gears and went back towards that girl she wanted to fight that couldn't get the visa issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess the visa issues are cleared up. So she jumped off the Amanda Nunes wagon and is now calling that other woman out from Brazil. I can't remember her name. It's my life. So just in case you wanted some Cyborg updates, there you go. The Amanda Nunes fight may not be happening because now
they're saying that I saw it might be happening in December. Like they're still trying to go back and forth. She goes, no, I want it this date, and the other girl says, no, I want it this date.
I like how people are still debating. Hey, you think maybe she's going to Bellator? Yes.
Yeah.
She already said
We talked about this.
She's leaving the UFC. That we know for sure. Where she ends up, but she likes coker. She likes money.
Yeah, and she's got to bang out her contract. These fights knocked out. What does she have? 2 left?
One
Fight left in her
So
contract.
that's why she doesn't care if it's Nunes or not.
I think she wants that last big payday.
It'd be great, but
Then she
also
should
wants
fight
out of the
McGregor.
contract. I would pay so much
Or
money for that
Lesnar.
fight to happen.
Or Lesnar.
I would, if she fought McGregor, I would pay double the pay-per-view price. I think she would light his ass up. I think she's got reach on him. Yeah, I think that she would back him up against the cage. It'd be over quickly.
Ooh.
Some weird news to me, some interesting news. M1 Global is partnering with the UFC.
Don't understand this at all.
This was something I thought would never happen. Obviously, with Dana not being a fan of who he calls Vadummy.
Right.
Vadim Finkelstein, who's the head of M1. However, they're saying that they're basically M1 Global is hired by Mubadala Investment Company.
They certainly are.
Which has a joint investment fund with the UFC. They're looking to promote shows in Russia, and they're going to be partnering. Basically, they're going to be responsible for scouting and signing Russian athletes to prepare them for the UFC. All M1 Challenge champions will have an opportunity to sign contracts with the UFC.
Interesting. So it's kind of like the Invicta deal.
Kind of like the Invicta deal, yeah.
Right.
So, but something again I didn't think would ever happen, especially with the animosity between Dana White and that. Although that has to all do back to the Fedor saga way back in the day.
Well, I'm sure this also has a lot to do with the new management.
Yeah, I was gonna say new owners.
Yes. Yeah. But if you remember back in the day, he was like, "We will never co-promote a show.
Yeah.
We will
with
never
M1
have a women's division."
Yeah, but
until his bosses tell him,
but I will have to say that they're not going to be co-promoting. It's not going to be M1 and the UFC,
which is what M1 wanted to begin with.
Which is what M1 wanted to begin with. Instead, it would be M1 champions, like you said, like Invicta. M1 champions will get a chance to sign a contract with the UFC.
Yeah. All right.
We have some interesting love triangle going on. We have Colby Covington, Tyron Woodley, and Darren Till all talking a little smack on social media over who should be fighting who.
So many rumors flying around about this, and there's no official word yet from the UFC.
Yeah, allegedly, they offered a fight to Colby Covington to fight Tyron Woodley at UFC 228 September 8th. That's the one with also we just talked about, Shevchenko and Montano. However, he said, I'm not going to do it in September. I need at least until November or December. He's like, I need a little time off. I need to do some recovering. There was rumors, Ariel Helwani was putting out that they were going to strip him of his interim title just because he didn't want to take this fight.
Which is so stupid.
The interim title doesn't matter anyway.
I know, but
I saw this recently on Instagram. I think it'd be a good idea. They need a silver belt for interim and a gold one.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that idea. Yeah. Why has nobody ever said that before?
I think it was all circular source because it started with Till's the one that started the stripping thing, and then somebody else used Till's thing, somebody else used his thing, and then Ariel picked that up and then reported it. So
okay.
I think it all came from Till talking shit.
Yeah, so Till basically saw that in this interview that Colby said, I need a little bit of time off.
Right.
So he immediately jumped onto Tyrone and put on Twitter, man, you need to sign the contract.
No, he said Covington's out.
No, first he said, you need to sign the contract. And that's when Woodley was like, huh? What? And he goes, Colby's out, I'm in. Why don't you sign the contract?
Yeah.
He's like, nothing's been offered to me. What are you talking about?
He's like, what you talking about? I just offered to it just now.
Yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Didn't you get the handwritten note on the legal paper?
Yeah. Colby's out. I mean, that's only worked once.
What's your fax number? What's your fax number? I'll fax you the contract right now.
Fax it to you right now.
Can I take a picture of it and scan it like on my phone and then sign? Like, how does this work?
A PDF?
It's a PDF.
So yeah, we don't really know what's going on. Tyron Woodley says he'll fight whoever. He doesn't matter who he's going to fight. He's waiting for the contract from the UFC. Darren Till's the one who's starting.
But will he really fight?
Darren Till's starting the rumor that he needs to fight.
He needs to pray to God that he gets another fight with Robbie Lawler, who likes to get punched in the face. Because once he has to fight somebody who doesn't like getting punched in the face,
basically Darren Till's like, look, dude, you're not getting Diaz or GSP, so you need to fight me. Like, it's not going to be what you want, so you got to fight me. Somebody asked Colby Covington, like, are you out? What's going on? He says fake news. No nerd is safe in this movement, and I'll take Tyquil Woodley's career out soon. So yeah, who out of the three in the matchup would you like to see fight?
Oh, Colby and Woodley.
Yeah,
Colby and Woodley. Let's unify the belts like a normal fucking championship.
That's it. I don't even know
instead of having a silver belt and a gold belt.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
just
how
have one belt.
Till figures he's in that mix at all. Like that, anybody even wants to see that yet?
What's he ranked at now? Like
he's
up there, but it's not the fight that people want to see. We want to see Tyrone either shut up Covington or a bunch of people get mad that Covington wins. I mean, that's what's
everyone would get mad if Covington wins. I'm gonna laugh my ass off when it happens. But no, I understand Till though. He's got to market himself though too. He's got to put it out there. He's gonna take every opportunity possible to try to get in Woodley's face or Covington's face, depending on if Woodley would have said the same thing.
Yeah,
he would have gone after Covington. He wants the payday as well. He wants a belt. He wants a silver belt or a gold belt. One of the belts.
or the belt.
Just a belt.
Combined together.
Give me your belt.
Moving on from there, Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series happened on the 20th. What is that? Is that coming up? No, that happened on the 25th.
It definitely happened.
Yeah, it's already happened.
Did it though?
Did it? Is it today?
If nobody watched it, did it happen?
That was Tuesday, yeah?
I think so. I don't know.
No, today's like the 20th.
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
June 26th. There we go. What's that one? July 10th.
Wow, we're all fucked up here.
July 17th. July 20th. That one's coming up.
That one's
July
coming up next week.
17th.
That's 24th.
This one, right there. Got it. Now Joe can read.
Did it though?
Did it? Yep, 17th. I should have probably just looked at the graphic that I already had ready.
Yeah. I'm staring at it.
He's like, no, it's the 17th. No, man, I gotta scroll. I gotta find it. You don't tell me. I got it.
I want to surprise myself.
I want to find it.
Everybody watching screaming.
It's like
It's fucking right there.
Yeah.
Dennis said the 17th. Just pick the 17th.
Dodge just did a magic trick on himself where he knew how it was done and still surprised himself somehow.
Dude,
my
guess
God.
what? 3 people got contracts.
Edmund Scheisban got a TKO over Antonio Jones.
Got the contract.
He did. Okay. Austin Vanderford got a rear naked choke over Angelo Trevino. Mm-hmm. Contract?
Certainly
No
did.
Contract.
No contract.
Chewbacca got a win over Anthony Adams. What the fuck is that word even?
On yen and gotcha.
Chibwickem.
Onion and gotcha.
Onion and gotcha. It's like your gotcha day.
I'm gonna get you. That's what it says.
Split decision. That was a split decision
contract.
on his fucking name right there. Domingo Pilarte over Vince Morales
Contract.
with a contract with a rear naked choke. And then you had Macy Barber get a TKO over Jamie Colleen
Contract.
with a TKO. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
So now Nick Newell will be on the next episode of Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders.
Okay, and that's going to be next week
Next week, he'll be fighting Alex Munoz.
in the main event.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that one out. You also got Jeff Hughes taking on Josh Apit, and it's gone. Moving on from there.
And it's gone.
And it's there. Oh, you know what I'm missing?
And it's all over.
You know what I'm missing?
I don't know what you're missing.
What?
You do know what I'm missing. Something we didn't even talk about. We probably should.
So last night we had PFL 4 go down on NBC. If you've had the opportunity to watch these, they're free
They are free.
on NBC if you have NBC.
Is it NBC?
And some Facebook.
NBC SN.
I don't know.
It's not main NBC. It's not Channel 3 or whatever, 10 or whatever the fuck it is.
It's SN, which
It's
is
like
Sports Network.
Sports
I don't know.
Network,
I don't know, man.
which, like,
Caitlin said
comes
she
in-
found it by accident last night when she was channel surfing.
It's past Fox Sports 1.
So I don't know what weird ass channels her parents have, but she was able to watch it last night, and I was not because I don't have real TV.
Should have stayed.
Should have stayed.
Could have watched the fights.
I would have been able to. My eyes would have been fucking sealed shut. I'm allergic to all the goddamn animals out there. That's a story for another day. But I showed up today looking stoned as shit. Yeah. And I didn't smoke anything.
This next segment brought to you by Zyrtec.
By Zyrtec. Fucking need some Zyrtec eye drops. Gotta get some Allotech and put them underneath my eyelids.
Whatever, Joey. Joey's stoned.
I'm so high.
We hit him up with some terp syrup earlier.
It was catnip. I was
with the great glassware from Sinkel Glass.
I'm gonna go over there next time wearing fucking swim goggles, man.
Yes.
Felipe Lins got a TKO over Alex Nicholson. Then you also had Steven Seiler get a win over Alexandre Almeida with a guillotine choke.
It was controversial.
Oh, was it controversial?
A little controversial.
Okay.
So he hit him, put him in the guillotine. There was no tap, but Dan Murgliati stopped the bout. Steven Seiler says, dude was unconscious on me. That's why he stopped it. Otherwise, Alexander jumped up, was like, no, I wasn't out. So another controversial decision happening over at PFL, which fucks with the scoring.
He didn't do the wrestling thing with the arm?
No, didn't do the wrestling thing.
Bummer.
And give him a 13 count?
Francis Barroso gets a arm triangle over Jack May. Then he had Andre Harrison get a win over Nazareno Malajari. Yeah.
Yep.
Malajari, sure. Lance Palmer with a rear naked choke over...
Jumbeki Tuxerin.
Yeah. Jumbeki Tuxerin.
I mean,
sure.
Lance had to win this fight, right?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, he had to do it.
Well,
Did somebody actually get points for not fighting?
I don't know.
Yeah, there was one a while back. We talked about that. It ended up in a no
I thought
contest.
it was this weekend.
So your points leader right now
this yesterday?
Steven Seiler.
Are those all the same weight class?
No. Well, this is, yes, but then there's also the heavyweight.
Oh, I see.
That was your points leader for featherweight.
I got you.
He's got 12 points because he's got 2
these guys
wins.
that are below the line at this point, they are out for the season. They're done, right? It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Done. Bye-bye.
Which is one of the things that I would love to talk to somebody from PFL about that, because it doesn't make any sense where you can have somebody like Magomed Idrisov and you lose your first fight and you're done for the season. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You're supposed to be getting a season.
The whole season.
Yeah.
Do they get bonus fights where we're still going to pay? I think, do they still pay them for the whole season though, even if you're sitting on the bench?
I don't know. Or do they fight?
I mean, it's going to be it's like football, right? If your team doesn't make the playoffs, you still get paid for the season.
Yeah, but you also played the whole season.
Is it possible? But is it possible that they
do the guys get extra money for playing in the playoffs?
Yeah, you get a playoff check.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was asking.
Here's my question though: is so we're not seeing these guys in the points rush anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're not in that race at all. But is it possible that we're going to see these guys fight on undercards for no points, just for paychecks?
Yeah, I guess for what I think didn't we? They said something about for seeding in the next tournament or some shit like that.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
Is it like a poker tournament at a buddy's house? You know, you got everybody who lost and they go to another table.
Yeah.
And they play the losers table.
You can actually make more money at that table.
the losers table?
Than
Absolutely.
Than at the front
It'd
table.
be awesome if PFL had somebody I don't know, a social media guy, like
Who could
Sean,
get back
to
to
reach
us.
out to us. But they don't. So it's fine. We'll just figure it out on our own.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or not. Moving on from there, is this
Bellator.
Yeah.
This is Bellator 202, which happened last week.
And,
This was the one that happened in our country.
Yes.
Yes.
This is the one that happened in our country.
Yes, it is. Not in
that was actually live and not tape delayed.
Not in the Philippines. Valentin Moldavsky gets a TKO over Ernest James. Then you had Chris Honeycutt get a unanimous decision over Leo Liete. And then our local boy, Michael Mayday McDonald, did not get his feeling hurt and instead hurt Eduardo Dantas with a huge KO. I saw that.
Yeah, except for Edward Dantas also fell over on his own foot and broke his ankle. Number one.
And Michael McDonald
broke his hand. 5 broken hands in 6 years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That sucks.
That's not. You are not drinking enough milk, sir, at all. And then your champion Julia Budd
retains her title
up against Talita Nogueira.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
pretty brutal
Julia
too.
Budd.
It was nice.
Michael McDonald, thanks for tweeting us back, dude.
Yeah, he actually responded.
Appreciate that.
A little winky face.
Little winky face, yeah.
I'm still here, motherfuckers.
What's that guy's name?
I was gonna say he put the winky face because he doesn't curse.
Wasn't doing the.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that guy's name? Dazuke Montambo that does the
Makembe Mutombo, right?
Makembe.
Mutombo. Okay, thank you.
Bellator 203 happened the following day.
Bellator just really trying to get those numbers
When in
up.
Rome.
Yeah.
This was in Rome, right?
This was in Rome.
All they're trying to do is catch up to the UFC numbers. They're like, we need fucking 202 and 203 now.
Yeah. They're at 220. We're going to be there by the end of the year. We'll be at 220.
They will be.
Yeah.
You had Michelle Martignani get a win over Simone.
hear all these very Italian.
Darna, these very Italian names.
Very Italian.
I don't want to do that, man.
Italian.
Maxim Radu gets a win over Simone La Preziosa. Alan Amidovsky
I can't believe
over
it.
Will Fleury.
Will Fleury.
Andrei Korshkov gets a win over Vaso Bakovic.
Bakovic.
That is not what it is.
Are you a cultural?
That is not Italian. My boy Alessio Sakar gets a win. What the hell?
Alessio Sakar.
It's a win over Jamie Sloan.
Jamie Sloan.
And Patricio Freire, who's your champ, gets a win over Daniel Wechel. Oh my God.
Do you want to go over the kickboxing that happened as well?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Rafael Vitali.
Risotto beats spaghetti.
Baroni. Micheletto. Pertori. Ballanos.
Fucking dying over here.
Lamorno.
When the moon hits your eye like a big
Sign.
yes, amore.
And then like Gabriel Varga won.
Ross.
Kevin Ross, your champ, loses.
He's Kevin Ross.
That
We also had a UFC event. That was in
did.
Boise, Idaho, not the Philippines.
Boise,
What are
Philly.
you talking about?
Somebody over here can draw me a map, please, of where Boise is compared to the Philippines.
It says-
Joey needs to see
It
it.
says Scottish Rite Temple.
What? Oh, this is Invicta.
That's in Scotland.
There, happy?
That's in the CenturyLink Arena.
In Boise, Idaho. Boise, Idaho.
Rigatoni.
This started off on Fight Pass, where Jessica Aguilar got a win over Jody Escobar.
Yeah, and then Mark De La Rosa got a win over Elias Garcia. Liz Carmouche gets a win over Jennifer Maia.
Yeah.
Glad to see her fighting. Glad to see her win.
Yeah, it's good to see her back.
Welcome back. Fox Sports 1 had your next fights with Heoni Barcelos with a KO over Kurt Holloway. Then
I said, Nurmagomedov.
His fucking name is Said. What'd he say?
He was in that band.
Nurmagomedov.
He
No,
was in
said.
that band. Right said Fred.
Said.
It was Right Said and Fred.
Said.
They were too sexy for their
He
shirts.
was the middleman. Said. Come here. Who said that?
No.
No.
Said that.
Anyway, he got a win over Justin Scoggins. Was a split decision win. Then Alexander Volkanovski gets a win over Darren Elkins with the
I
unanimous
bet it's
decision.
Saeed.
I couldn't hear. I'm at work. We don't have the volume on. I just watch fights, and I'm always like, "What did he say?" I don't know. They're talking shit about something. I don't know. Somebody look it up. Somebody look up the interview right now. I need to know what the hell's
No
going
closed
on.
captioning?
No, I don't turn the closed captioning on.
Oh,
It annoys the shit out of me. At home, I'm fine with it, but at work, I walk by and I'm like
Yeah.
trying to read stuff.
And sometimes there's a big delay on it too.
Yeah, there's a big delay where it's like, Andy, oh no, that.
Nope.
Oh, we're at a commercial. I'm still hearing. I don't understand what's going on.
Alejandro Perez gets a win over Eddie Wyland to wrap
Dang,
up your
man.
Fox Sports 1 card.
Eddie Wyman looks small to me. Did he look small to anybody else?
Everybody looks smaller after USADA, Brandon. Everybody.
Maybe I just haven't seen him fight in a
It
while.
was just the angles.
Have
Yeah.
you we showed the pictures of Vitor 2.0. Now he's back on
Oh,
everything.
Vitor 3.0 now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah. Whoa. He's on that fucking Bibby diet.
He got rebooted. Kat Zingano over Marion Renault with the unanimous
Man,
decision.
very emotional win for her.
Yeah.
She is so happy after obviously losing
It's an emotional loss for me.
three in a
It's Team Strongboard. 2 fights now. Raya Hall.
Kat
and
Zingano,
Mariana.
after coming
yeah.
off of 3 consecutive losses, did not know where she would be standing with the company. Gets that win though, so good for her.
She still
Yeah.
got cut.
I mean, hats off to Zingano, but
All right, Chad Mendez also came
Welcome back, motherfucker.
And he came back in a brutal way up against Miles Jury with the
could he
TKO.
have got that done a little quicker though?
Maybe.
252 of the very first round.
Maybe.
Do you feel like
He was pretty
like-
tenacious.
Like he got into it and then he kind of, like he was like,
like, I'm gonna show you what I
and
got.
He was like, no, let's just cruise.
Hey,
this
guess
thing.
what, guys? I still have cardio. I know it didn't look like it in that last fight, but I got it.
Got it. Yeah, he was like, oh, they're going to forget me if I get this over with too quickly. Better give him 3
I'm
minutes.
glad he's back. I want to see what he can do in the featherweight division now. that he's
Hell
back.
yes. I'm excited that he's back as well. I mean, he's been gone, it seems like forever.
2 years.
Is it 2 years? God. Nico Price got a KO over Randy Brown in the second round at 1:09. Rick Glenn gets a split decision over Dennis Bermudez.
Oof, tough one.
Sorry, DB. That sucks, man. Sage Norcutt, Super Sage, gets a big win with a KO over Zach Otto. And
has looked like a different fighter since he went to Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, his wrestling, his takedowns, his takedown defense, obviously definitely going up, being around all those wrestlers. Even his hands looked a little better.
Well, then, and surprisingly coming out of Team Alpha, who lost their hands recently, but you know.
He says he won't be going back down to lightweight. He is going to be staying at welter.
Really?
He says, I saw some things somewhere that said
Does that make him the biggest person at Team Alpha Male?
Yes.
Well, he had made the statement that he could go up to heavyweight if
that's what I was going to say. Get you right now. He says that the future for him is to finish his career at heavyweight.
Why?
Yeah, and if
Dude, did you see the pictures on his Instagram? He's got, first of all, he's got a 12-pack, which I didn't know was a thing. 6-pack is difficult enough.
Right.
Then you got the 8-pack where I'm like, fuck, you got those other muscles right here?
Yeah.
But he's got 2 more off to the side that don't even make sense.
But do you
What
remember-
are you moving that you get those muscles that don't make sense? I don't understand that. And he's on there and he's like, yep, 10 pounds to go. How the fuck are you going to lose 10 pounds? There's nothing to lose.
You know what he does on the side, right? Aside from fighting, he's an anatomy model for medical schools.
Jesus Christ.
So wasn't he kind of trolling? He was trolling somebody, maybe Araya, when he was walking around fat. Remember, he was all 205, Mr. Faber.
Yeah.
You know, and you could tell he was putting on
He was
weight
thick,
or something, and I don't know what, but maybe it was a test.
Wow.
Maybe he wanted to
There
see
was a
how
picture
heavy
of
he
him
could
on the
get.
scale, and he was in at 186. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna lose 10 pounds? There's nowhere to lose it.
Nowhere to lose it.
You're like fucking a Ken doll walking out of a fucking Barbie
There was
store.
a troll picture. Somebody was behind him putting their foot on the scale in back of him.
Yeah,
No, it's the water weight, and
Like
if they
they just
do it wrong,
photoshopped it
and
on
if they
there?
do it wrong, you end
Jesus.
up Max Holloway.
it's too pretty.
Yeah, with a seizure.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, we
No,
don't
now
know it
they're
was
saying-
necessarily a
Now they're
seizure.
saying maybe stroke, right?
Rumors. He says he's back on the mainland doing a bunch of testing right now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I had a stroke today.
Those were just itchy eyes. It's
No,
different.
no, I had about 30 of them.
30
in a
of
row.
them, yeah.
Junior Dos
Nothing to joke
Santos.
about.
Junior
Back-
Santos, he's
Back in the win column.
He gets a win over Blagoy Ivanov.
Yeah, I didn't think this was going 5 rounds.
The unanimous decision with Junior Dos Santos is actually kind of terrifying.
Did not think it was going 5 rounds.
Did not see that coming.
We do have 2 fights going on this weekend. We got Invicta 30.
It's happening in Scotland.
No, it's not happening in Scotland. It's happening in a Scottish Rite Temple,
In Scotland.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri, Joey.
You can't get
Missouri.
Scottish rights in Kansas City, Missouri.
If you fly in the huge Cessna,
Are you saying that the Scottish don't have rights in Kansas City, Missouri? Is that what you're telling me?
Have you ever been Scottish in Kansas City, Missouri?
No, I've never been Scottish.
Can't eat ice cream
Joey's a
on Sundays.
nationalist?
You can't eat ice cream on Sundays. I'm telling you.
You're Italian.
Your main couple of fights here, you got Miranda Maverick taking on Brogan Walker Sanchez. You got Kimberly Novaez taking on Heather
The
Clark.
Blender!
Yeah, the Blender is
He's
back.
back.
Felicia Spencer going up against Helena Kolensik.
We got to get that picture on Instagram. That
The
girl
blender?
fighting a blender with arms and a head.
And then your main event, Jinyu Frey takes on Mina Grusander.
For the vacant atomweight
My money's on Mina.
championship.
Adam Wade.
What is that, like 105?
That's 105.
Jesus.
That is 105.
And under.
So you can check this out on Fight Pass.
So they can come in at you can come in at 10% under the weight, right? So they can actually fight at like 95 pounds.
I don't know. Is that a thing?
Huh?
Is there a weight class underneath that? I mean, maybe not.
No,
the
that's
big
what I'm saying. The lowest you could be under the weight class is 10%.
10 pounds?
Well, whatever the weight is, right?
I think so.
10%, let's say 10 pounds. So they can come in at maybe 95 pounds.
I don't know if you're allowed to fight at under 100 pounds.
We fight 35-pound kids against each other all the time. Have you not been to any of these dojos?
I thought you were going to say something else. I know you work for schools. And I was like, dude, you need to be careful.
No,
Dennis's Underground
We make
Fight
kids
Club.
fight all the time.
no way. I'm maintenance. We have no contact. Strict rules. If they come out, I gotta lock myself in my vehicle till they leave.
So stay away from the yellow dots, children. Don't go near them.
So then we have UFC Fight Night. What is this? 135? 134?
Yes.
We're still up there at the Fight Nights, right?
Yes.
Anybody? 134. This is
you go.
going down in Hamburg,
I wanted
Germany.
to see if you could surprise yourself again.
Hamburger, Germany.
If you're from
Philippines.
Hamburg, you're a hamburger
Yeah.
or Hamburgarian.
Hamburglar.
Hamburglian.
Rubble.
Starting off on Fight Pass.
You got Damian Stasiak taking on Lou Piguin.
Pinguin.
The Penguin?
Pinguin. I like that. Pinguin. It's like, that sounds like something at a barbecue. Jeremy Kimball takes on Darko Stosic.
I got Darko just for that name. Even though he's not clickable.
That is a South Park joke right there. Davey Grant going up against Manny Bermudez, and that ends your Fight Pass card. Jumping on to Fox Sports 1, you have Justin Ledet taking on Alexander Rakic. You have Khalid Tah taking on Nad Narimani. Emil Weber, Meek, takes
The Viking.
The Viking takes on Bartosz.
So somebody on
Babinski.
Instagram called him out and said he needs to bring back the Techno Viking because he has a obviously strong resemblance.
Yeah.
And so he needs to come out to the music and be doing the pointing and do the dance as the Techno Viking walking down the fucking street.
Yeah.
Especially since it's in Germany and it looked like some weird Dutch festival or some German festival that was happening.
What did he say?
He said, "Oh, he's like, oh hell yeah!" And then the weeks have gone by, and he's like, "I haven't seen anything from Emil. I remember I called you out." And he's like, "I'm work. These moves take a lot to learn."
Yeah, because he does. He starts doing the.
So hopefully we could see him do it.
The
I
rave
will
dance?
die laughing.
If he walks out of that tunnel and just goes, and then starts dancing.
But somebody's got to walk in front of him first that he grabs. Remember,
Yeah.
that gets all
Yeah.
angry and shoves him off.
And someone's got to calm him down with a bottle of water.
Water, yeah.
Like, calm down.
And then he starts doing the.
God, who
My
was it?
electrolytes have been replaced.
Who was the Ultimate Fighter that was the tech?
Keith Jardine.
Keith Jardine.
Look
Yeah.
just like that dude. The Dean of Mean. Yeah, I'm gonna box you.
You had Nick Hine, who was going up against Damir Hadzovic, and that is Fox Sports 1. I think this is all on Fox Sports 1,
Yeah.
is it not? Then Nasrat Hakprasad takes on Mark Dykasy.
Hot for teacher.
This is horrible. Danny Roberts up against David Zawada and
Also on Fox Sports 1.
Marcin Tybura up against Stefan Struve.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was fighting this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Vitor Miranda takes on Abu Azitar.
Yes.
Ali Ababwa, and Glover Teixeira up against Corey Anderson. Your main event,
Shogun.
Mauricio Shogun Hua is back, apparently. From
alive.
His pilgrimage back to Brazil.
And he's
fighting Anthony Smith.
900th knee replacement.
I just watched his fight versus Rampage the other day. Popped up on my feed.
How do you feel? The Pride one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Pride one. Brutal.
Yeah,
Jesus, that was
absolutely
brutal.
brutal. We have them here if you ever want to go check them out.
Yeah. That was, you're talking soccer kicks and brutal knees to the face. It was fantastic.
I think he is currently on his best win streak. I read this thing since 2007.
It's a 3-fight win streak.
3-fight win streak. He's
Lord.
currently on his biggest win streak since 2007.
His claim to fame was being Grand Prix champion over there.
Oh yeah, I mean he was brutal there. Him and his brother Ninja.
He was brutal, but his championship was the Grand Prix thing.
Yes, he won. He won the.
Is
Grand
Ninja
Prix.
the one that went crazy?
Maybe. I'm not gonna.
I'm not
like
crazy.
that.
You're the one that's crazy.
I'm not. I don't want Ninja to show up. Ninja crazy. I mean,
Who showed up in the WEC?
We can't all be calling out fighters on Twitter, Joey.
that's Paulo Filo,
Was that Paulo Filo?
who wore the jean jacket,
The jean
like
jacket,
vest,
yes,
and
okay.
he won the belt, and then he fought. Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen won, but he didn't. The guy didn't make weight, or something happened. So technically, it wasn't for a title. And Chael's like, technically, I'm the WEC champion, but fucking this guy didn't make weights. And then Paulo Filo's like, yeah, I'll mail you the belt because I don't care.
And then he went crazy.
Yeah, well, he was talking. He was talking to people that weren't there in the middle of the fight. Find that fight.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
is
Paulo
a real-
Filo.
You get a chance, though, you can watch Ultimate Fight Night 124 going down this weekend. I don't know why I thought it was Ninja. Did Ninja fight in the WEC?
I don't think so. Maybe
He fought up here somewhere.
up here somewhere.
I don't know if it was at WEC. I don't know if it was. It wasn't in the UFC, though, was it?
No, Ninja's never fought in the UFC.
Yeah, but he definitely fought North America. So I think it was. I think he fought WEC at some point.
Let's see if I
don't
can
know.
find a connection while Joey talks.
We'll look that up. Thanks for listening. We do appreciate it. Of course, tune in every week. We do this every Friday. You can find us wherever podcasts are broadcast. You can find us on our socials, SD_MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Split Decision MMA
Fought in Bama.
podcast on
Dream,
Facebook.
Elite XC.
You found it? Elite XC, maybe? Maybe that was it.
Strike Force.
But Strike Force. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pride.
And he lost.
These are all names I faintly remember.
And he lost to Paulo Filo in his last fight.
Yeah.
So where was that at?
Brazil.
Oh, okay. And then, of course, our website, splitdecisionmma.com. Big thanks to our sponsors. You got Strongboard Balance. Go check them out at strongboardbalance.com. Dodge has done the entire show on one. You can get some great workouts on it. Great for the core. Great for everything else. It's very hot. Super hot. Get on board, change the way you work out, strongboardbalance.com, and of course, Dependable Solutions. Innovate your business. If you don't take credit cards and you want to take credit cards because you can get more business that way, they can hook you up with a great deal. If you already take credit cards, Dependable Solutions can save you up to 60% of what you're already spending to take credit cards. Aside from that, I think that's it, right?
Yeah, buy a shirt from Shirts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Shirt
that
Circle.
she bought.
Well, yeah, we got
Hungry
people-
Cakes.
Yeah.
Fight Night and Chill shirts.
There we go. Fight Night and Chill. Gotta love that. So if you want to get your very own Fight Night and Chill or your Pride style shirt or just the regular Split Decision shirt, you can get them on shirtsickle.com/SDMM.
If you're watching on Instagram Live, it's right up there in our bio.
Instagram, yeah, it's right there. If you're on Instagram Live at SD_MMA.
Right up there on the bio.
Buy some shirts.
It's a link.
Clicky, clicky, click. Watch. You're gonna find out later that it's actually over here.
No, it's in the bio. When you click the bio, it'll be right there.
The image will be reversed though. And it's gonna be over here.
Right.
I really don't know. I have no idea.
There.
Holy shit. Thanks for listening. Big thanks for tuning in. Bueller Dodge and Dennis from the SinCal studios saying have a good night. And of course, we will see you at the fights.
Dun, dun, dun.